Greetings from Orlando, Florida. I am at the Herbie the Love Bug section of the All-Star Movies Disney Resort. They've got Herbie over here. And then on this side, they've got the back of Herbie. But I want to talk about this one right here in the middle. Now, this Herbie was not used in any movies. This was used in Magic Kingdom parades. And this guy was one heck of a star.
Herbie, the car with a mind of his own. Even though he's a little car, Herbie's a great big star all around the world. Look at those guys. They're such clowns. They're never going to win against Herbie. Look at that.
Can you imagine?
Oh, he ate him up. He threw him back out.
Now, he appeared in the parades for decades. Herbie the Love Bug and the Magic Kingdom of Walt Disney World have a very close connection. Herbie the Love Bug came out in theaters in the year 1969, and it was an enormous hit. Then, 2 years later, Walt Disney World opens up
the grand opening of Walt Disney World.
Wait for me! Wait! Herbie, will you wait for me, please?
Opening day, 1971, on television, they have Buddy Hackett, one of the stars of the Herbie the Love Bug films, and one of the funniest men to have ever lived on this earth. And the two of them are together again on the Walt Disney World Speedway in Tomorrowland. Herbie then went on to ride in a bunch of the parades, and they would shake it up all the time with new ideas. At one point, Herbie was riding in the parade with two smaller Herbies driven by Chip and Dale. It's wonderful that this car has survived and is on display. If you're not familiar with Disney's All-Star Resorts, this particular one opened in 1999. They have two others. They have All-Star Music and All-Star Sports. The All-Star Movies has multiple sections. They have one for the Mighty Ducks. They have a section for 101 Dalmatians, and they have a Herbie section.
You see they pinned Herbie down because you get some hurricane weather in here. They could shoot Herbie right out of the winner's circle all the way into the Fantasia pool.
They used to have a lot more Herbie decor in the rooms of the Herbie section. You would have a wallpaper border that would show Herbie all the way around your room. There'd be a big poster for one of the Herbie the Love Bug films on the wall. And they had a really awesome blanket. They sold these blankets off, and I thought about getting one, but the idea of having a used hotel blanket, even if I was just using it to wrap stuff up in the garage, seemed like a bad idea. But here's what I did. I went over to Walmart and I had a photo blanket made. You can see it says the Love Bug right here. I mean, look at that. Isn't that fantastic? Now, after a decade, they updated the rooms, but they still kept the Herbie theme. But today, all of the rooms have a standard Mickey Mouse theme. Doesn't matter which section of this hotel you're in. Herbie's connection to the Disney park started all the way back in 1969 when they had a Herbie the Love Bug Day at Disneyland. They had tons of Volkswagen Beetles decorated in some of the strangest ways imaginable.
Sure you got everything? Ready?
In 2005, they were celebrating the 50th anniversary of Disneyland, and of course, Herbie the Love Bug had to be part of this. They had this series of commercials with all the characters coming home. And then on the anniversary, they all arrived at Disneyland. 2005 was also the year that Herbie Fully Loaded came out.
Hey, I'm Lindsay Lohan with my favorite car, Herbie.
And I think this is one of the better films in the entire series. As part of the happiest homecoming on earth, they brought different attractions from other Disney parks to Walt Disney World in Florida.
Soarin', Cinderella-bration, the Motor Action Stunt Show, and more are now arriving from Disney parks around the world.
As part of this stunt show, they would always bring out Herbie the Love Bug.
You are looking good.
And they would ask him what it was like to work with Lindsay Lohan. Then Herbie would take a lap around for the crowd, but he would go into a tunnel where they had all the explosives, and he had to split. This wasn't Herbie's only appearance at Disney MGM Studios. Prior to this, he was part of the Backlot Tour. They used to park Herbie in the driveway of Vern's house from Ernest Saves Christmas. They would also have screen-used Herbie the Love Bugs on the Backlot Tour. There also was a screen-used Herbie the Love Bug that used to hang from the ceiling in Planet Hollywood of Walt Disney World. That Planet Hollywood is in what used to be called Downtown Disney. But today it's called Disney Springs, and it's an upscale shopping center. And so they took this Planet Hollywood that used to be an amazing place for movie fans, packed with awesome memorabilia and mediocre food, and now it's a drab, boring place with mediocre food. Today there is a Herbie the Love Bug in Disneyland Paris inside of one of the gift shops. Also, when Lights Motor Action Extreme Stunt Show was open, they had a food truck right out in front of it that was called Herbie's Drive-In.
Hey, I wanted to give a big shout out to those of you who subscribe to Patreon. You'll get a postcard from me every single month, just $3. It's a great deal. The website address is right here.
Aaron Wester, Al, Archer, Bucky and Oliver, Jem, Jen, Matthew Chapin, Mike and Jess, and my big brother Rob. Well, this was fun to look back at. Man, it was fun being out there in Walt Disney World. I love staying at any of the Disney hotels, but I got a special place in my heart for that All-Star movie, especially if I could be in that Love Bug section. In a moment, a couple boxes are going to pop up. On this side will be the most popular video I've ever done on this channel. I think it's got like 58,000 views. It is all about Herbie the Love Bug, and especially the Herbie that is at the bottom of the sea. Also, I talk about the original script, so check that out. Otherwise, YouTube says to choose this one, and I'll see you next time.